I'm only human.
It's Pandora from Pandora's Box here, and from Pandora's Simverse here, and welcome back to the channels for our Pan Clan series, several of them. We're with King Wolf today, and as usual, it's going to be like a rough outline of a story because I never really I don't write things down, I just play. So my plans are, we're at Vlad's right now. My plans are that we go and try to fight him. We're obviously not strong enough. Then I got some stuff planned that's going to be a little bit I don't know how you would word it, but let's go inside. We actually can just go in because I was setting things up, and you weren't angry a second ago, but you got over that awfully fast. But yeah, I have a plan that goes along with this whole thing, so just bear with me here. We're just gonna go straight in and duel him. So you guys have a negative relationship already because you guys already know each other. This is a negative vampiric duel because your story was, from what I gathered from what you said, your story is that a wizard or whatever, and then we said, well, we'll use Vlad as, you know, the wizard slash vampire. Okay, first of all, you guys can't even get into a fight. I don't understand that. My game's been really buggy about this kind of thing. From what King Wolf told me, he wanted there to be this confrontation between the person who turned him into a vampire and him himself. So Vlad turned him into a vampire. He's not happy about it. He's gonna walk back down there. This is okay. The Sims, everybody. So we're going to do this vampiric duel if it takes me forever or whatever. But this is going to be a series of you trying to get your revenge. That's why I named it Wolf's Revenge. Leading up to that, and then we have the whole thing with Natalia. I have things to ask you about that whole relationship because she does have 2 kids. And if Vlad would just come upstairs, that would be nice. But also, we have the whole situation with Tanner because Natalia and Tanner are dating, and the 2 kids are his kids. So, I have an idea for it. I'm sorry this episode is already starting out, really weird because Vlad wants to just play the frickin' organ in the basement and won't even bother to come upstairs. It's irritating. To say the least. What if I reset him? Okay, so ignore that I added Vlad to your family. I couldn't do it any other way. For whatever reason, it just was not working. He would not leave the basement. He was determined to stay in the basement. So I'm gonna have to, The Sims. So, I don't know how to edit around certain things still, depending on the situation, because we knew he was stuck in the basement and stuff like that. So, and you can see him down here. But you lost the, oh no, you, okay, apparently you won the fight. Which is odd. Okay, so that doesn't really fit our story, but and you're not even strong enough, so my game is so broken. Let me just say that. Because that shouldn't have happened. He should have freaking just left the basement fine. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. So my plan is, we're gonna have to pretend you kind of lost the fight. The plan is you're not strong enough to defeat him. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask Tanner for training because I spent today, earlier today with him, training him up to be a master vampire, so now I think he's stronger than Vlad, technically. Maybe not, but he's gonna teach you stuff, and it's kind of gonna be this thing where it's like a slap in the face because, like, obviously he doesn't know that you have a crush on Natalia, and Natalia doesn't either, but we're also gonna work on that this episode, when you guys are gonna start, like, being friends. You and Natalia are, and then possibly go on a date, behind Tanner's back, but at the same time, like, you're getting training from him. So we're going to go home for now. And I'm going to fix the whole thing with Vlad to make sure he's not in the family, and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, we're back. I got Vlad back to where he needed to go. You need to go drink. We didn't make you a guilty drinker, did we? Hold on, let me check this. Because we tend to have guilty drinkers. Okay, you haven't even taken on a weakness yet. But we can give you a thing. I like to go with... So these things, I don't know if I should be saving points and having you guys choose. I chose Tyler's last time. I'll just choose yours this time. And then, like, as you rack up points and stuff, like, maybe I'll save it for the live stream and ask you guys. Even if I don't technically, like, play you guys on the live stream, because I need to play other people as well. We'll, like, stop by your guys' Sims and pick, like, use your points and stuff. But I'm thinking we should go with occult student, which is, you already have one, I think. Yeah, you already have one of the lessons. You use less vampiric energy, but it's also, like, for story purposes, because, it has to do with, like, actually being... I mean, it's ironic in a sense. You are upset because you were turned into a vampire unwillingly, but you're taking this seriously because you want your revenge to work out for you. So what we're going to do is, because you need to drink now, I was trying to figure out the order to do this, but what we'll do is we'll travel. It's 8:51 a.m., so it's in the morning, but we'll travel, to Natalia's neighborhood. That way it'll be easy for you to find someone to drink, but like we have a double reason for going. You need to drink and you want to go see Natalia, so it's kind of your excuse for going there. So another reason I never choose Eternally Welcome for you guys, for the most part, is because you guys can get in the houses anyways. I don't understand it. You're thirsty, but I also want to make sure you stay out of the sun, so it is early. We'll go find a victim. But we don't want to stay out in the sun. That's the problem. But we're gonna talk to Natalia right now. We just want to make sure you're not uncontrollably thirsty. I mean, don't worry about her mess. Maybe, like, that'd be a nice thing you could do. Hold on. So, like, we'll clean this for her. Just like a nice thing, because obviously, you want to be nice. So here's what you're getting yourself into. So she's got, like, the toddler beds and stuff out. These are the ones that look mostly like storage type beds, like blow up mattresses or whatever. So I put them out for the kids, and then they have, like, a toy box and stuff. They come here, like, on her days off. This is what you're getting yourself into, King, just to let you know. We'll, like, talk out the details together. You can comment, like, how you want this to go, but she has kids, and if she moves to Forgotten Hollow with you, you guys essentially live in the same area, and that was the whole reason for Tanner taking the kids most of the time, was because they needed to be, growing up around vampires. But if you convince her to move there, she's probably gonna want to see your kids more often. So we could talk out how that's gonna work, or what you want to do about that. She's embarrassed about something, but I want you guys to become friends, although it's not really working out too well already. And it might be because she's uncomfortable. It looks like Annie's uncomfortable, but oh, she's scared. Scared of monsters. And that was from last time. Because Oscar was scared of monsters, like when he got home from being at your guys' house. I think it was under her bed. But we're also going to do like a daddy-daughter date probably in this episode. It makes these episodes longer. I don't know what you guys think of like hour-long episodes. They're harder for me to edit too. But because I have so many of you guys get through, so many series, you guys aren't going to see like your next video for a while. Because I'm going to try to do them in an order. So like say I have to do 10 people. So Taylor's was first. She's going to have to wait for 9 episodes worth of content for the next episode. Because there's 9 other people that need a series. So I try to keep them a little bit longer, but I don't want them too long. Because then, like, you guys will lose interest. Sometimes it's not filled with anything that's interesting. And Natalia's creative. She's a musician. She plays guitar and she sings. Okay, both of you guys are... Oh, you guys are watching a flirty... See, I didn't even do that. You're gonna ask her if she's single, but you obviously know she's not. I'm seeing someone, is what she said. Just ask about her career. You want to take it easy. You want to garner a friendship before you try to jump in with somebody who's obviously in a relationship. But the story's got to develop. So you're just trying to be nice. I don't know if you guys should hug though. There's certain things like even if it's just a friendly action that might tip a sim the wrong way. Tell an engaging story.
Lumbik Wixen, Volushoka, Nishe, Tizu, Arnog, Skraze Wurzen, Risto Schmoold, Sidor.
And maybe because... I mean, you're not flirty now, but like... Maybe because she is flirty, it wouldn't hurt to like... playfully flirt. Like, I know you're in a relationship, but... Well, it's not like you would say that, but you just... Okay, she didn't like it. So, you really don't want to overstep your bounds. And I'm trying to, like, bide the time. Okay, so, like, lately, being friends with Sims has been more difficult. I think it's, like, more of, like, an opposite sex type thing because my game's like, okay, you have way too many Sims in your world. Stop doing this. Oh, wait, don't do that. Do not do this. Whatever this is. Nope. Especially not a pickup line. So... No, we don't want to do that either. It's just harder for them to be friends, and I don't know why. I just feel like the game knows. Wait, I didn't tell you to flirt. You're gonna ruin your chances with her if you keep doing that, and I don't understand why. You're saying, oh, well, I do, because they're flirty, but, like... you could ask her about her love life, though. That's kind of flirty, but not. But you should, because, like... You're like, okay, so how's everything going with Tanner? Like, I'm his neighbor. I talk to him from time to time. He helps me with vampire stuff. So you're basically just asking her, like, how's your relationship with Tanner? Isn't it a little bit hard living all the way in Willow Creek? Phil wants to go with you to the Shea Llama. No, buddy. Probably talking about how it does get lonely because Tanner's away most nights, especially gets lonely when I realize he's with my kids and I don't really have them here. I know this is a little bit boring, but you guys would usually be like, cheat their relationship, but like, you gotta have some story dynamic, and also, I do want to move it in a little bit slower, considering the fact that there's a lot going on with King's story and with Tyler's story, and they're going to intertwine, and there's going to be a wedding. Obviously, you guys need to be seeing each other behind Tanner's back before a wedding. Before the wedding, because of all the drama stuff that's going to be happening, but it just makes sense for you guys to be like, to be friends first, and then like try to get her to warm up to you. There's another mess on our porch. You should clean it before you leave. We'll do this and then we'll head out. Well, this ensures, though, like, I think that her bar is far enough out that this ensures that she'll call you to come hang out and do things. So, when she does, you'll probably drop what you do and what you're doing and go and do something with her. Because that's how, you know, that's how men think. I feel like they're like, oh, that chick I'm trying to get with is calling me. Maybe I should go and hang out with her. So you guys have a decent relationship now. More than Tanner, but you're gonna go over to Tanner and like become friends with him a little bit more. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna take you somewhere else, I guess, to get a drink because I didn't realize that it was early in the morning. Sorry if this episode is so like bland, but again, like it's setting things up, it's getting things ready. It's been a while since I've legitimately did like a sim LP, so it's a little bit difficult, especially when the whole thing is like me trying to fit the story that you want. So what we're going to do is go somewhere that's... I usually take my sims like somewhere in San Myshuno. If it's at night, it's on the rooftop club. If it's during the day, it's at the art gallery. We could go to Brindleton Bay because I took Tanner and Brianna, Arav, and Cypress to the bar there, and they just were there for the night to level up Tanner, basically, but also to earn more points for all my other vampires. Alright, so we're here. You're obviously burning alive. So here's bad, even though it's just faster, but it also puts you dangerously closer depending on where you're. Okay, you're good. Your vampiric energy is fine. I don't know what was up with like Tyler wasting his all the time. I thought that we were only gonna find the bartender and vampires in here for some reason because Sarah Ramesh is right here. It's a good thing that somebody's here at 3:50 p.m. on a Saturday. Could be worse, could be a weekday. And Sarah Ramesh is into it. Tanner's also been with Sarah. She annoys me though because she never like changes. I feel like this is her not dark form, I feel like, and it bothers me a little bit because, you know, I'll turn around in my sim world sometimes and she's like right there. I'm like, oh my god, girl, like seriously, hop off. So you could literally, this is a good way to rank up a little bit. I'll take care of these sims in the bar. And I think when your daughter's a teenager, because they still can't be vampires, but like when she's a teenager and when Oscar's a teenager, you guys should start taking them like for kind of vampire training. Obviously they're not going to actually get vampire training, but like that's when you should start teaching them stuff. I feel like that's kind of how I play it with my sims. And then we'll drink from her, and then we'll go back home. We'll hang out with Annie for a little bit. It is a Saturday. Tomorrow's a Sunday. And maybe tomorrow we'll do like the daddy-daughter date. And we'll hang out with Tanner. Okay, so you're a minor vampire now. You gained 2 more points. She just came in. She's the universe family housekeeper. She shouldn't be... I mean, it's unavoidable, but she should be fine, pretty much. She's... Word around Forgotten Hollow is don't drink from her. Tanner has told people not to because she works for the universe family. At the retirement house. So she is off limits. Okay, we're back home. We're still burning because it's 5:45, even if it's dimmer here. I don't notice the difference here in Forgotten Hollow as far as like the day and nights, because it says that it becomes darker more frequently. Wow, more frequently here, but not really, as far as I've noticed. So you haven't done anything with your cat. We haven't done. I mean, I don't even know if we'll see him in a Simstagram. Oh yeah, we will. Barely though, but just get cat stuff in the background. I think that he might age up this episode. I'm not sure exactly. It does seem to take a little while. I like it without the filter too, but there's a brighter one. Yeah. And then we're going to go, like, see what Annie's up to. She might still be scared about the monster under her bed. You did miss a day of work too. I don't know if you saw that, like, at the beginning of the episode, but I was trying to set up the whole thing with Vlad, and you missed a day of work, but that's okay. I think in this episode, if you have to go to work, I will send you there and then have you come back home and, like, cut it out, basically, like, the time you're gone. Because what we're doing today is, like, all the stuff with Tanner, setting up the stuff with Vlad, all that kind of stuff. So, if you want to, like, go back to work in an episode or whatever, just, you know, like I've told everybody else, leave comments on your video so I know, like, what changes to make and all that. I don't know who you just garnered a negative relationship with. That's kind of weird. So you're sitting here on the floor watching her puppet show, which is really cute. I guess it's a story about an investigation at a school. I don't know if it's based off of anything in the real world. Knowing The Sims, it probably is something. It's probably based off of something, like an Easter egg of a TV show, or... Because I think the Granite Falls one's based off of Gravity Falls. I don't know if it really helps as far as bonding is concerned with her, but... we will do that daddy-daughter date. You don't eat, but, like, she does. So a good daddy-daughter date, I feel like, would be maybe taking her to, like, the park, but also, like, I have the pre-made burger bar set in Newcrest we could go to take her to. Get, like, a burger and maybe a dessert. And then take her to the park. But it'd have to be, like, later at night. And... because you're a vampire, I think your daughter will pick up on your night owl schedule. Like right now she's tired, but I cheat needs so often that people's schedules get flipped around so much. But she needs to go to bed. Whoops. She's gonna go to bed. You're gonna take a shower. And in the morning, you guys will decide something, or later at night tomorrow on Sunday. I think during the day we'll go over, talk to Tanner, tell him, you know, that you require more training. You spent, I don't know however many years you've been a vampire, that's up to you, but you spent however long basically being sad about, where's the cat? Being sad, just being gloomy about being a vampire. So you haven't really even decided to train until now you're finally, like, angry about the whole situation. But you don't need to sleep unless you have to for vampire energy and stuff like that. So you'll just, like, hang out and do things. I won't stay and, like, play your sim all night. We'll cut to the morning and stuff, but I know that even when they're vampires and stuff, you can go to their house, but it'll say, like, oh, I'm sleeping, or something like that. So we might as well wait until the morning. And honestly, Soul looks pretty much like what my Sim's cat is gonna look like, because my husband's cat in the real world that he's had forever, we don't have her here, but she lives back at his grandmother's where he used to live as a teenager. Speaking of my husband, he wants to go and do things. He wants to go to the gym. No, we're not going to the gym. Maybe you can hang out with him at some point, but he, his cat Zoe looks just like this. Black with the green, yellow eyes. She's a really pretty cat. And I forgot again that your house is haunted. There's a ghost here. I don't know what he's doing. Mopping the floor for us. We're stressed out about a ghost actually doing chores for us. So and then, like you said, you wanted basically Natalia to die. When he comes out, I'm gonna check something. You want Natalia to like pass away and become a ghost that you're in a relationship with, which is fine. But I'm going to check to see if it still works the same way. Like, I know I've seen Lauren's side do it and stuff like that, but one, she plays on the computer, so some things tend to be a little bit different. And two, you know, the game also. Okay, you can add to family. I just want to make sure that that was okay. Okay, so now you're just cooking breakfast for Annie. Oops, for Annie, who is up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I love when kids wake up that early. It's a little bit different when they're older, but when they're toddlers, it's not so fun. I'm talking about real life toddlers, not like Sims toddlers, but Sims toddlers too. So you're just making Annie breakfast because I always got to remember that the kids do have to eat. They tend to get forgotten when we're doing a whole bunch of other stuff. And I don't mean to forget them, it's just the less... It's like... With Taylor's Let's Play, that's all I'm basically doing is doing a very, like, vanilla family. So it's like, she wants to have a kid, and she wants me to walk the dogs and stuff. So it's easier for me to, like, remember the dogs and stuff like that because that's her Let's Play. Whereas there's a lot more action and stuff in these ones that don't involve the kids right now, don't involve the pets or anything. So I just realized you're eating this. I mean, you're not gonna throw up eating it. Yeah, you just don't like it. But I'd rather you not. It just doesn't make any sense. But Annie's gonna eat breakfast. We're gonna talk to her about doing something later today, and then I think we're gonna go over to Tanner's. He recently quit his job because he was a painter going to like a job where he wasn't really getting anywhere in his career. Is she getting food? Okay. So I made him quit his job and he paints at home. He makes more money painting at home, which is true for any sim, but I don't even know why I gave him the painting career in the first place. I think it was because he was making more money working as a palette cleaner than what he was painting. I'm not sure. Where's she going? Oh, she's gonna go watch TV next to you. That's cool. You turn on cartoons for her. Yeah, for her. She's like, thanks, Dad, for turning cartoons on for me. And he's like, yeah, I turned them on for you. And he's just saying, oh, we should do something at sometime, Dad. And he's like, well, you know, I don't really eat, but like, I saw this really cool burger place that you might like because I know you like burgers and stuff like that, right? That's the food you like. And she's like, yeah. And then maybe we could go to the park. And she's probably like, Dad, you can't really be out in the sun. And he's like, well, we'll have to go super late. And she'll be like, well, there'll be no other kids there. I think she's going to end up, I think the kids are going to end up being more like, this is another reason, because they've learned to like live on a schedule that doesn't really suit other kids. That her and Oscar are so close, whereas other kids are just like, you know, not around them enough because they're on a different schedule. We're gonna come back and get her in a little bit, but we're going across the street. Across. Is this a vampiric tome outside the house? Obviously the toddlers have been doing something out here. So let's go visit the Rind household. I'm gonna completely revamp that house too. I don't know how to do it yet. I still want Tanner to like live with them, but still have like his separate living quarters with his kids. But I also want the houses to kind of be connected so that they don't have to constantly walk out in the yard during the day and stuff to get from their house to Tanner's house, because it becomes a pain in the butt. Making sure they don't die when I play them. Okay, so we're here. I have a pause. You guys are outside. So I just found out, because my PlayStation records our clips, which I've said before, but we need to group you guys up to make sure that they don't sizzle out here in the sun. But I've been recording for an hour. It doesn't even seem like that. That's the thing. Like, I don't even realize that I've been doing this for an hour. It makes it easy for me to, like, do 7-hour live streams and stuff, because it doesn't feel like 7 hours went by. Until I'm like, alright, I am so tired. How long have I been doing this? And I look and I'm like, oh my god, 7 hours. So, we're here at the... I guess it would be the Universe/Rind household. Brianna's in her dark form. Where is he going? I'm afraid he's gonna go outside. I don't want him to. Brianna's outside. It always makes me nervous playing from their side, or from like your side, from somebody else's side, because I've got like 5 vampires in this house and I don't want them to die. But anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to ask about Day. We need to build up a relationship with Tanner. This is such like an asshole move, but like, you're gonna wanna befriend him so that he can make you stronger. Which is gonna come in handy for you with Vlad and with Tanner later on. Hey King, it's me, Oscar. Do you want to come over and play? Oscar wants you to come over and play, but we're busy today, bud. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. We're going to hang out with Tanner, befriend him, have him help us with stuff, and then we're gonna do the daddy-daughter date, and we'll be done for this episode. I don't know how I'm gonna cut this. Some of this stuff was like very mundane. I say that every time. You guys seem to like the episodes. I just don't know, like, if you guys are actually liking them. I get nervous. It's a personal thing, I guess. But hopefully you enjoy this. King, I know you're gonna have changes and stuff. Pretty much Tyler and Taylor gave me a whole list of changes. At least Tyler said he did. I have to check again to see if he actually gave me the list of changes. But that's the whole point. Like, we're collabing, so it's going to be your ideas in my gameplay, and that's how I wanna do these Let's Plays. Just becomes a little bit. Okay, you guys are friends enough to do a Vampiric Spar. Oh, it might be still too light out. It's still too light out, I think. Alright, I don't want this to happen. I don't think that this is gonna work. Let's move back in the house. Go here together. I didn't think that through. Again, vampires are hard for me. Let's meditate. What I want him to do is give you vampiric training, and I don't know. Okay, request vampiric training. I wasn't sure how long that would take. You can ask him, like, information on vampires and stuff. Probably tell you to get the tomes yourself, and read them, because they're worth the time. And then, like, Cypress is just standing in between you guys, because she didn't give no fucks. Ever. She's just like, yeah, whatever. I stand where I want. So, I think Tanner's, like, psyching you up, and he's like, listen, I've struggled with my immortality too, but you gotta remember, like, there are cool things about being a vampire. You're stuck with it forever, pretty much, but it's cool. Maybe one day he'll tell you that there's a way you can become human again, but I think with Tanner, it's very much like he broods about being a vampire, but like he enjoys having vampires in his community, so like he's not going to tell you right away. Cypress over here she's been doing the research to become human because she was born a vampire, never had a choice, and she doesn't want to be a vampire. She wants to be mortal. She wants to be actually alive. Maybe meet. Okay, so this isn't an odd story for me, but like this is I keep looking at my webcam like I have a face cam, but this isn't an odd story for me. This is like something I usually would play, but it's like we're gonna talk to Tanner's kids because you know that they're Natalia's kids. Essentially. You can introduce yourself or tuck her in, but you can't. Like, you have to introduce yourself before you do anything else with her. Which is kind of a pain. And you look very menacing standing over that toddler bed like that, standing over Arav. Oh my god. So you could also talk to Tanner about... You can talk to Tanner about, Vlad, pretty much, and just, like, ask him what he knows about Vlad, since he's a master vampire. Be like, what, do you know anything, like, about Vlad? Like, I heard this guy's kind of quiet. Maybe you're gonna try to, like, exploit one of his weaknesses through the research that Tanner's done. And Arav is a sim that I pulled out of the world, too. Like, all my sims have townie blood in them, pretty much. They're all descendants of Johnny Zest and my sim Pandora, and then, Tanner's mom is a townie named Juliana or something like that from... I think she's from Oasis Springs, I'm not sure. Just brood about being a vampire because Tanner can relate. I think that this was a pretty productive day here. You got to hang out with other vampires. You're talking to Tanner without giving away too much. I'm sure it like kills you inside that you're trying to befriend him. Because in reality you kind of hate the guy. I mean, it's not like you have any reason to hate him. I think you're kind of conflicted and maybe possibly mad at yourself that you like the girl that he's with, but you might be mad at him for, like, later down on the road when you realize that their relationship really is kind of disintegrating. I've been playing him a lot, and, like, they basically, like, their life revolves around their kids, but they don't really make time for each other. And I think for your sim, that might make King mad. That he's, you know, it's hard when you have kids. Speaking from life experience, but it's hard for, you know, Tanner to sit down and actually do something with somebody who doesn't even want to entertain the idea of becoming a vampire to live with their kids forever. And like Tanner's kind of passive aggressive about the whole situation, where he's like, you know, tries to bring it up, and that's pretty much all he really wants to talk about, and she doesn't want to talk about it. And it's just this whole dynamic where Tanner's mad, but he's not gonna say anything. He's very much, I think that's the part of him that's like his dad, where he is kind of secretive about his emotions, his feelings towards certain things. But that might be something that Wolf will be able to give Natalia that Tanner can't, because he just simply cannot act right towards women. And it's not just because of him being an asshole, it's just because he feels so much that he doesn't show it on the outside. It seems like he doesn't feel anything, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's hard. I give my Sims so complicated, like such complicated emotions, that it's hard for me to keep track sometimes. But I was playing him earlier, so... And he did go pick up the kids from Natalia's. Yes, I actually had them stay like 2 days at her house and then had him pick them back up. Like 2 days sim time. So what I'm going to have you do is like take a quick nap. Let's nap because that helps. And then you and Annie can like get ready to go on a daddy-daughter date. The burger bar's outside too though, so I'm kind of waiting until it's a little bit later in the day. So he's in the red. My guess is that he's hungry. He was near the litter box, so he doesn't need that, but we're going to play with him. We're going to make sure he eats though. I think kids can also call, yeah. I think pets help with their responsibility. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I feel like I heard somebody say that pets help with kids' responsibility and stuff like that. Maybe if it's like if they feed the or fill the food bowls or something like that. I don't know. Alright, so you're napped. She napped, is that what you say? She took a shower, so we're going to travel to the burger bar, hang out, talk a little bit, maybe talk about Oscar, talk about how your guys' friendship is wait, I don't think I selected her. Talk about friendship and stuff. From like I said, from where's your daughter? She should be on here, right? Oh, right here. From Annie's side, it's just a friendship, but from Oscar's side, he doesn't really know why he feels different around Annie than like kids at school and stuff like that. I have to read Tyler's stuff to see if he said yay or nay to that. Also, Tyler, should that be like the dynamic between Oscar and Annie? We'll have to see. If you guys have conflicting answers, it's gonna be so difficult, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Alright, so you guys are here at the burger bar. You're walking from the back, and Annie's in the kitchen. What happened was, because I forgot about the time difference, or like the day difference between your world and the other worlds, you guys came here at like 7, where it's usually okay to go outside in your world, but not here, so we had to wait. I didn't want you to like burn alive, obviously. But we're gonna order for the table. I don't know why they always like go to sit down and then stand up. It's so weird. Like, just sit at the table. So I don't think we'll get anything for you, King Wolf, until I know if like you want your sim to drink water or something. But I think what we're going to do is get Annie a hamburger and what to drink, a lemonade maybe, and you'll just sit and talk with her as soon as they serve your table. I don't know why this is like this. Order for table. Restaurants are my worst nightmare too when doing a Let's Play, because if you've watched like my personal Let's Play with my husband, we went to a restaurant in like the 2nd episode. I haven't gone back to that yet. I want to eventually, but it's hard to do other Let's Plays of The Sims, so I'm doing this too. But I'll eventually get episodes out there for that. I also need to have him agree to sit down and do it with me. But see how I'm like... See how I'm trying to order for the table? This is the 3rd time I've tried to do it. There might be too many Sims on. I don't know what's going on. I don't usually have trouble with the burger bar, and that's one of the reasons we came here, other than it's like a super, like, kid-friendly restaurant. But it's not working, and I don't understand why. I'm wondering if I'm gonna order a water for you and see if maybe it wants you to order something as well. I have no idea what's going on here. Maybe it thought that... Okay, I think it thought that, like, I kept forgetting to select something for you, but in reality I wasn't gonna order anything for you. Apparently you have to order something for everybody, which is ridiculous. I mean, I guess not. I feel like that's like a rule in a lot of restaurants. Like, you can't be in the restaurant unless you order something.
Yips. Quips Mikos Bara. Krise Milkoi?
So you guys got your food.
Oop de shoot.
You guys are talking. And getting to know your daughter a little bit better. Talking about Oscar, talking about school, talking about all that kind of stuff. Maybe you're telling her a story about vampire life. I'm sure that's something that she's a little bit intrigued in, but you kind of keep it a little bit secret. There's only a few things that she knows. She knows that eventually she's going to be a vampire. And I don't think it's like a thing where you pushed her into being a vampire. I think she wants to be like you when she's older. But at the same time, it's kind of one of these things where psychologically you're kind of like, well, you live around a bunch of vampires, you know, it would only make sense. And she's kind of like, yeah, you know, that's all I've known all my life. I probably should be a vampire. It's not like, it's kind of one of those things where like your parent tells you what to do. And you're like, okay, you're my dad. I trust you. This is what I'm going to do. Even though you're like not very happy with being a vampire. You know, but maybe because that's all she's known, you know, she'll be okay with it. She'll always, you know, the people she calls family will always be around. You know, there's not going to be very many, although she's adopted, but I don't know how to handle that story yet, but she seems to be begging to go to the park, and you're probably like, yeah, we plan on going to the park. We're gonna go to the park. But yeah, there's a lot going on with Annie's character too, because she's she's adopted, but like adopted from the PC, so she doesn't have actual parents like in the game for her to meet eventually or anything. But she's also lived around vampires her whole life, so it's like everybody that she knows and loves lives in the same area, and they'll live forever with her, so it's not like she'll lose anybody. Unless they, of course, die from other reasons. But now you guys are gonna go travel to the park, and we'll end the episode. Alright, we're here. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how long you guys have before the sun comes out, but we brought along Oscar so that they could go and play together. But I also brought Tyler so you guys could like talk and stuff. I think you guys are all playing together, but then like you and Tyler are going to talk about recent events, things with your whole situation, things with Natalia. I always forget her name. So Tyler's interacting with the kids, but you guys are going to be talking. So let me just tell you what happened. I had to go back and like befriend Tyler because he wasn't in your contacts because you guys didn't have a relationship, and that happened in Tyler's episode too. I don't know what's going on between your guys' Sims. Like I said, things get weird when there's too many Sims in the world, so I'm trying to fix that. But right now, you and Tyler are like showing off your guys' powers, but you're like showing him what you've learned, that you're still weak, and that you're like trying to learn, like you're having Tanner teach you, and he's probably like, you're also weak, Tyler. So yeah, the kids are like making a mess, but like you guys are talking, the dogs are playing, you and Tyler are talking about things that are happening in King's life, the whole thing with Vlad, the whole thing with Tanner, and I think Tyler's kind of like, I can't believe you're like trying to get training from the one guy that you're kind of like talking to his woman behind his back. But he's also like, well, I guess it makes a little bit of sense. I think that he kind of understands on a level, like you're talking to him right now about like, who else am I gonna get this from? He's the only other like high level vampire around us. And Tyler's like, I guess you're making a good point. At the same time, like, tread water lightly, because this is not going to turn out well in the end if he finds out that you're trying to get with Natalia. And you're kind of like, I still don't know where things are going between me and Natalia, obviously. Like, we're just friends right now. Okay, you guys are burning in the sun. Hooray! I love it. Okay, so not only is it difficult when there's so many Sims in the world, but because you guys are vampires, cute things like this are hard to do. But you guys are basically, you guys were talking about everything, getting insight from Tyler on what he thinks. And I think Tyler's, like, on board with you being with Natalia, but at the same time, like, you need to freaking go home! But at the same time, it's difficult, and, you know, because Tyler's your best friend, or whatever, at this point, because the game wants to freak out on me. He wants the best for you, so he wants you to make sure that you watch your back when it comes to, like, trying to befriend the one person that you are kind of backstabbing. Okay, so I see the time difference a little bit now because it's 6:30 a.m. and you're fine out here. But anyways, oh, look, I told you that. I told you Soul might age up this episode. This is a good way to end the episode after, like, the disaster. Can we go down here and, like, celebrate the cats? I have no idea. Or, like, celebrate their age up. I don't know if you're gonna get there in time. Yeah, you are. Soul has grown from a kitten to an adult cat. Hooray! Also can mate with other cats if they aren't spayed. Hooray for Soul. Okay. So now you have an adult Soul in the house, which is good because you can climb up the stairs and stuff. So anyways, hooray. You have an adult cat now. I will start doing things a little bit better. Like I said, it's gonna take some time because, one, I have had issues with a whole bunch of Sims in my world. Also, I don't play my vampires as much. I even played, like, Tanner and stuff today to try to get used to playing with the vampires a little bit more. And it was fine. I was indoors most of the day, but knowing the difference between the worlds and stuff is what kind of gets to me. So I'm just gonna, like, ask you for ideas like I always do. I'm also a little bit distracted because I've been doing the Sims thing for you guys, and I love doing it, but at the same time, it's like, stuff is going up on my Sims channel, which is my secondary channel, and my main channel is getting kind of left to nothing but the Sims also, or live streams if I have time of other games, Monster Hunter. But I finally finished Detroit. The other day I sat down, like, I played for 5 hours or something, or it was definitely, like, about that much time. I took a break in between, and got the last 10 episodes recorded of Detroit, so that'll be out next week, starting Monday on the channel. I don't know who's interested in that, who's watched this video up to this point, other than King, and Tyler, possibly, and Taylor. Sorry, I hit the mic. But that'll be up on the channel for anybody who wants to watch. Soul's kind of cute. But I will get better at recording this. It's been a while since I've done Sim stuff, like legitimately recording everything. It's a little bit more to edit than, like, my Detroit videos and stuff. You want to see the whole story, so I don't edit anything out of it, really. Cut the beginning and end, and that's it. Whereas these, I cut out all, like, the boring parts. But sometimes, like, I don't know what you guys want to see or what you don't want to see. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this, King. I hope that it wasn't, like, too painful to watch. I know I have a lot of issues in my game. I know that there's a lot going on that needs to be fixed, and I'm trying to eliminate Sims that shouldn't be in the world, or, like, people I made that don't come back to the live stream, don't really care about having their own series, so I can put them back in the gallery, and play with their Sims, like, on live stream if they show up. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good day. For anybody who watched this that isn't subscribed, or you know, as a passerby, if you appreciate it, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell. I always say that. It's important to ring the notification bell, because if you don't, you won't get notified when the video goes up. And I will see you guys all the next time.